Yo, this is straight from the Beak. I'm Benjamin Beak, and this is a lyrical breakdown of my track, Fledge.
The titans are taking off, alliances breaking off. You gotta prove yourself before the mighty can take it part. A leader first needs to lead them, beside them will say the hearts of many great men who will never depart. Yeah, they'll die alongside you in troubled times, they'll guide you. When your eyes are full of tears, your peers will be there to cry to.
The whole first part of the song kind of goes into the feeling that other people around you are succeeding past you, and the feeling of watching other people's footsteps instead of your own. I think it's really easy to get lost in that, to feel like you aren't of use or that you haven't reached the point where you can be proud of yourself. And maybe that's true sometimes. Like, I know there was a large part of my life where I had all these dreams, but I didn't really have the skills to achieve them. I had like an undying confidence that I would get to that point, but I put myself in situations where I couldn't really rise to the occasion. So for me, I had to figure out how to go off on my own and really isolate and take the time to build on myself, like to evolve and to become a version of myself that is worthy of being a model, because it doesn't just happen by just existing. Like there has to be self-discovery and self-work. And like when it comes to this music shit, I personally felt like I had a lot of people who were achieving past me, like good friends of mine who I saw doing the work, and I said to myself that I was too, but I really wasn't. And so in the last like 7 years, like I really did that. And I really took that to heart, and now speak from a place that I feel like I've came back from that journey. And that's what a lot of this album is about, and definitely is a lot of what the song is about.
For years I roamed alone and had to build up my courage. I was always on the verge, but then I leaped out of faith. Only now returned as I've earned my place. My great dream is the only worthwhile thing that I've chased. But it's time that I face the fact it's greater than me. It takes my brothers and my sisters and the others to be the king.
I think part of that journey of self-discovery, you kind of lean into the isolationism, and you lean into the idea that you can do it all on your own because you've seen yourself evolve from a place where you didn't feel self-reliant. So now that you do, it's easy to close yourself off and to forget that the friends around you, the people around you, are the ones who are going to really help you facilitate your dream and make it come true, and that to become that leader, the person who achieves their dream, you need to rally a community and a flock, and you have to empower each other and help each other accomplish each other's dreams. And so that's what this kind of part of the song's about.
The trials of companionship, your friends all abandon ship, but you won't admit that the boat was sinking and you were the captain who refused to take action, who let the crew down. You were upset they had what you hadn't. The rock is split into fragments, let go of all your attachments. How could we become whole again without the attraction? Yet what is left now to bind you? Only you can find you. Look within and search, break the locks that confine you. Put the past far behind you.
I think another part of that isolationism or coming back from the journey and feeling closed off is that you've built up somewhat of a subconscious resentment towards these people who are achieving past you, which is just unfair. And it's part of the ego. It comes and takes over and poisons your conscience. And I've felt that in my past, and I felt like I've been in social scenarios where I couldn't really interact in the way that I've wanted to, because I've just internally held that. I've held that, like, I need to go work. I need to go do all these things to meet this person where they are. And in some ways, like, that's a natural feeling, and it's encouraging. It should be encouraging more than it should be self-destructive. And I think once you let all that shit go, you let it pass, like, you take what was good from it, and then all the poison you eliminate. I think that has to happen in order to return home in the right way.
And you can evolve, and only then will the issues that you have resolve. I know there's times that you called, but I wasn't listening. You try to make me feel at home when I was just visiting, and every time I turned my back, you were all giggling, my energy rippling. I spread my disease, and when I went to ask for help, I only summoned decrees. And when I fell on my knees, I only mumbled my pleas. And so I had to walk away and learn to live on my own, and say goodbye to all that I've loved and all that I've known.
I think it's pretty convenient to think that you can only make large changes, and just doing that will impact externally in a large way. But it's really the things you do have control over, like the small changes that you make that make such a big difference later on, like a butterfly effect, that can just shape shift like the future for you. And I think to become like a king, and it's like what I say in the song, like to become a leader or a evolved version of yourself, a person who's gone through the journey of self-discovery, it really starts with a stone. It starts with small things. And I think when you go through those changes, they're only steps you can make on your own. You have to see things that only you can see for yourself, that other people just can't tell you, because it won't have the same impact. Like, it's easy to preach from a pedestal and to guide somebody from above, but like the person has to just take those steps and do it themselves at the end of the day. And I think once you do all these things, then you can come back and really be synergistic. You can be a person who empowers the people around you and who helps make each other's dreams come true no matter how wild they are. So yeah, that was my lyrical breakdown of my track Fledge. I'm Benjamin Beak. This is straight from the Beak. Thank you for listening. Peace.
I moved great mountains but began with a stone. I committed a great sin for which I'd atone. To become a greater man, to someday sit on my throne. And some things you must see which you can never be shown. Once you do the things you must, you can then return home and make amends with your friends that you once couldn't face, and reach the dream that together all you once merely chased. Finally reach your face and complete your mission. Find yourself and achieve all your greatest ambitions.